All right, let's go now with the news because are very more important and interesting things for today. I have a bunch of things we have to talk about. We didn't talk about yesterday. The first video is out there right now. You can watch it. It's the my analysis on the Real Madrid Shakhtar Donetsk. But now we are going to talk about the news, okay? And the news, the first news I have for you all guys is information from Diario AS, which claims that Real Madrid will go ahead and sign these three players in the following way. Look at this. 2023, next summer, it's gotta be for two players. All this is information according to, every single thing I'm gonna say, it's according to Diario AS, okay? It's not my information or, nothing like that. Look, next summer 2023 is gonna be for Joao Cancelo and Jude Bellingham, right? Joao Cancelo next summer and hope to secure his services for from anywhere in between 4 million and 50 million. So apparently the information I delivered the other day regarding to Cancelo, it's very true. I'm not kidding, and apparently this information is serious. This is something that Tomás Roncero from Diario AS is the responsible for it, right? He's been talking about it for over the last 3 days or so, and apparently the rumor is getting strength, right? And apparently Real Madrid is interested in this guy. To me, I'm not gonna say it doesn't make any sense, as the player can play whether in the it was the right back or left back, right? Lately he's been playing in the left back, and apparently he's doing great performances, so that's why Real Madrid is very interested in him. But the guy is 29 years old as well. I think it's a little bit old for the average age Real Madrid is signing for lately, right? Maybe Vinicius Jr., if you think about it, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo Goes, Fede Valverde, these all are young players, like Tchouaméni, Camavinga as well. And Joao Cancelo, to me, it's kind of, a little bit off that average age, but I don't know, maybe Real Madrid has seen something in him that is really valuable or really worth the signing. I don't know. We will wait, but apparently Joao Cancelo and will sign for Real Madrid next summer. The next one is gonna be Jude Bellingham, and you already know, right? Because we've been talking a lot about Jude Bellingham. All the work we had to do is already done, right? So Real Madrid doesn't have to do anything else, and now is the player who has to say no to the renewal offer from Borussia Dortmund, and to say no, of course, to all the Premier League teams that are laying a lot of money on the table to sign him for the next year, right? So apparently the guy has more chances than anybody else. The Real Madrid has more chances than anybody else to sign Jude Bellingham. He really wants to play for Real Madrid, and that's great, right? So because the summer of 2023 is gonna be for two of them, and then in 2024, as you have heard already over the last 48 hours, we've been talking a lot about that. Fernando Sanz was the last one in revealing that the player has a release clause very in favor of Real Madrid to go to Real Madrid, and is not. They're talking about anywhere between 180 and 200 million, but I'd say for Real Madrid it's gotta be a little bit lower than that. But whatever it is, 180, 200, 150, it's great. But Erling Haaland will be for 2024. This is a little bit in contrast of the information from Fabrizio Romano, who said and claimed Real Madrid will try to sign a number 9 striker, okay? A number 9 striker next summer. Apparently Real Madrid is very interested in signing a number 9, and they won't wait until 2024, which might mean that Real Madrid is not going to follow this plan and maybe forget about Erling Haaland. I don't know. This is something I cannot confirm, right? But because it's just from Diario AS. But let's see, because that'd be interesting to know what player is Real Madrid looking for to sign for next summer. Honestly, I don't know. Now let's move on and let's keep talking about Dani Ceballos. The reason for that is because he got injured right ahead of the game last night, and the injury is not mild injury, is not like peanuts, right? It's big deal. unfortunately, the guy has a very bad injury in the hamstring, okay? A very bad injury that will put him out of the fields for about 4 weeks. The problem with that is, with all the World Cup, with the international break in November as well, it's gonna be a mess, considering the player will not be able to get back on track, will not be able to convince the Carlo Ancelotti that he deserves a spot in the starting 11, and we should say this injury will probably harm the renewal talks with Real Madrid, because I think it was yesterday I told you guys Real Madrid was considering and thinking about the possibility of renewing the contract of Dani Ceballos, right? Well, that now might not happen, just because you're not going to renew a player who got injured, who will be out, and who won't have time enough to show everybody that he can be in the starting 11 of Real Madrid. He cannot compete against any other player to fight for a spot in the starting 11 of Real Madrid. So that's why this injury is really bad. It's a major setback, especially for the player. And although for Real Madrid it's bad as well, but Real Madrid has a lot of resources, right? I'm talking about Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Fede Valverde. I mean, it's not big deal for us. It's not as big deal for us as for Dani Ceballos, right? It's not the same at all. So yeah, I mean, that's a problem, but that happens in soccer, man. I mean, I wish a very speedy recovery to Dani Ceballos. Of course, it's not easy, right? When you have this kind of bad news, man, you feel like depressed, especially if you were, because if you are a very consolidated player, you don't care about it. I mean, you spend some time at home and that's it. But when you are fighting for a spot, when you are not consolidated in the team, and you have to win your spot, you have to earn your stripes, right? My opinion is this comes in the worst moment possible, right? Because it might trash out all the career of Dani Ceballos in Real Madrid if Real Madrid decides to go ahead and sell the player by the next summer. I don't know what is going to happen, man, but yeah, it is a major setback, and it's of course not good for Dani Ceballos, of course. So let's keep talking, okay, about Karim Benzema. Why? Because Fabrizio Romano confirmed yesterday the contract of Karim Benzema will be renewed until 1 more year, right, with Real Madrid, because he's doing a good enough job to keep renewing his contract with Real Madrid. And it's not only that. I mean, as you know, the next Monday he will win the Ballon d'Or, which is great, with the biggest difference ever with the second one, right, with the underdog, which is Sadio Mane, or it's going to be Sadio Mane. And the other prize he might be very happy to win. It's the renewal contract, right? As you know, the connection between Florentino Perez and Karim Benzema is, it's great. There's no flaws at all in that connection in that relationship. And he will renew his contract until 2024. We're so happy to hear that. We're so happy that Karim Benzema will stay 1 more year in Real Madrid, because as I have said so many times, Karim Benzema is not only important for all the things he delivered on the pitch, right, but also for all the things he delivered outside the pitch, right? Especially for the youngster, it's a guy who is taking care of himself every single day. He's a guy who is very concerned about his shape, his fitness, and is all the time working out to be the best, right? The best person he can be. So, and the best player he can be, right? So, great, man. I'm okay with that. I agree 100% with Real Madrid to renew and extend his contract 1 more year, because I think that Real Madrid really needs this player, and all the things that he can provide to Real Madrid with are going to be great things. So I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for Real Madrid, for Los Madridistas. And yeah, that's great, man. That's great that he will remain in Real Madrid 1 more year. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the video, the footage released about Cristiano Ronaldo, dodging, like stepping around the Manchester City bats on the floor, right? Because in the same video, this Manchester United players, all the players that were coming into the stadium ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, they all stepped on the bats of Manchester City, right? So the only one in dodging it and realizing that he cannot step, I mean, you cannot step on the rival box, it was Cristiano Ronaldo, right? And all this comes in the middle of a big controversy about his situation in Manchester United, right? Whether he's happy or not, whether Ten Hag is counting on him or not, whether Ten Hag is hating Cristiano Ronaldo or not. And to me, that says a lot of things, right? Because the guy is professional enough to keep the coolness and keep being such a great player, even with the rivals, right? Even with the rivals, he's doing this kind of stuff like, no, man, we're not going to do that. We are going to, step around because there's no reason for me to step on the bats of Manchester City. So many people out there, probably Manchester United fans, are not okay with that. They said you should have stepped on it, but to me, that's very, very, very disrespectful. And the thing that he did actually was good, right? Actually was what he was supposed to do. So there's no point in criticizing him or blasting him, because what he did is what every other player is supposed to do, right? So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to deliver my thoughts about that here, and that's right. I mean, that's it. Guys, if you have anything to talk about, just drop your comments below in the section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.